The holidays are quickly approaching. Very nearly upon us, in fact. Surprise! There are many of these festive days, but the most puzzling is hearth-warming. An enigma wrapped in a mystery wrapped in a tortilla, this tradition has a number of experts scratching their heads. Thus, we begin again utilizing the scientific method with the question, what is hearth-warming? Christmas. It's Christmas. Hold that thought, my good friends George and Charles Merriam and Noah Webster. What is thine wisdom? Let's take a look. A hearth is defined as a brick, stone, or concrete area in front of a fireplace. And warm is defined as warm, so put it together and we have a nice place to sit. But absolutely nothing to do with horses. Fret not, for we have more sources to consult. We can pick up pieces of the puzzle from each of these individual antiquities and assemble them in the end to determine the results. According to the ancient lore of the land, the founding of Equestria occurred when the raiding parties sent out by the bourgeoisie, the serfs, and the pigeons all convened on the same stretch of land. They then had to reconcile their differences or face the apocalyptic force of the Winnebagos, causing widespread climate change. And they're singing. Don't forget the singing. Another clue lies in the name of this archive. As is customary, they destroy the aforementioned fireplace. Hence the name, Hearthbreakers.
Sounds like you just made that shit up.
Well, what the source does tell us about is the time-honored tradition of planting flags. This does indeed make sense if we extrapolate that origins of the pony species can be traced back to the British Empire. In this account, we discover that the equines are big fans of Charles Dickens, and even crafted their own self-insert fanfiction. For those unfamiliar, in the piece of literature depicted here, the protagonist has a singular objective: to obtain a Red Ryder Range 200 shot BB gun for Christmas.
That's a Christmas story!
Oh, right, sorry. The actual story is as follows. A family falling apart at the seams due to betrayal, money issues, and grief come together just before the holidays once they learn of a terrible illness inflicting the family's matriarch. At least, that's what I think it's about. It was all in French.
That's a Christmas tale, you imbecile!
Okay, well, the original story isn't important. The main takeaway from this piece of data is its contribution to what we can learn about hearth-warming as a whole. And that is the sacred tenet of just let people enjoy fun things, for fuck's sake. Upon examining this next experiment, we come away with a plethora of data. Let's go one by one. For starters, the changeling species for hearth-warming completely eradicate any and all knowledge about figurative language for a day. Yaks be smashin'. Oh, hush, you absolute child. Hippogriffs celebrate Independence Day. No, not that one. Commemorating the end of the dark oppressive reign of a tyrannical monkey, aka Snowbutt McTwinkles. Ponies make voodoo dolls. Griffins try not to be complete dicks to each other for once. And dragons seek vengeance and reckoning for any and all wrongdoing they've experienced in their lives, never hesitating for a moment to betray those who showed them compassion, all for their own selfish gain, scrambling unrelentingly in a mad dash for power in a barbaric cyclical song and dance forever fixed on repeat. Visceral, dystopian, eternal. But the paramount piece of information is that you can never have enough gack. Finally, we are faced with a more familiar tradition: gift giving. Perhaps the answer to our original question lies in the gifts themselves. A killer Furby, a soulless mass-produced monstrosity, pudding that looks to be straight out of an isekai, the ingredients to tame said pudding, and a song. Now, we can ponder this mystery until the end of time, but fortunately, this is not the meaning of hearth-warming. For the heroes of this story find that the true spirit of gift-giving lies not in what is given, but who is giving. Friends, we are now at the glorious conclusion. We have laid out all of our puzzle pieces before us. All that's left is to assemble them to reveal the answer to our initial question. What is hearth-warming? Hearth-warming is a holiday. But more than that, the evidence points us to the assertion that it is not just a holiday. There are many meanings to many individuals as it has evolved over time. However, there is one unifying theme underlying everything we've explored today. If we are to trace it back to its very roots, down to its very core, we will find that hearth-warming is Christmas. It is Hasbro's Horse Christmas. What the hell is Wish Day? Is that like Prime Day but worse?